Beautiful ladies and handsome gentlemen, welcome to my channel Straight Out of Context. I'm Barbara Ann.
Hi. She just said something that sounded like hi. I know it was a coo, but it kind of sounded like hi.
I love people.
You got a lot to say, huh? Yeah.
Rose Blanchard gone.
And then what happened? Oh, you're so tired
I
now.
apologize. You must forgive me. It's a very discreet question.
Okay.
It's a perfect evening, just the way it was.
You're in a very talkative mood, huh, baby girl?
Nice walk. Thank you for that.
Gypsy posted this. I blocked the name CA, meaning Casey Anthony, from my page because unlike her, I did my time. Don't compare us because circumstances matter. I actually love my daughter. Us good moms don't support or follow her. It's strange to me that Gypsy Rose Blanchard, having spoken about advocacy work in prison reform, wouldn't mention the fact that Casey Anthony technically was acquitted of the charge of first-degree premeditated homicide. Despite and regardless of all, Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Casey Anthony share many more similarities, including the title, quote, mommy murderer, unquote. If Gypsy is using motherhood and her baby to rebrand herself as a good mom and to deflect society and social media's attention away from her very heinous crime, it makes sense why she would feel the need to publicly make a statement separating herself from Casey Anthony. Could the real reason for this statement be the fact that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is jealous of Casey Anthony, both physically, aesthetically, and also because she got away with her crime? Or is it that Gypsy Rose Blanchard hates, is jealous, and resentful of the fact that Casey Anthony lies, and continues to seemingly get away with it legally? Is it the fact that Casey Anthony is more infamous than Gypsy Rose Blanchard could ever be? Or is it the fact that Casey Anthony actually did it herself and didn't have to have somebody else do it for her? What we do know for a fact is that Dee Dee Blanchard is no longer here. She's deprived of her life the same way she's deprived of being a grandmother. And unlike some people who commit very atrocious, heinous crimes, Dee Dee Blanchard kept her daughter alive successfully for 24 years.
Ain't going nowhere, just embrace me, bitch. Always lurking on my page, you don't hate me, sis.
There is no coincidence in the fact that Gypsy wants to rebrand herself as a good mom, using Dee Dee Blanchard and Casey Anthony as examples of bad moms and trying to be what appears the opposite of that. But if that was fundamentally the truth, Gypsy Rose, at almost 24 years old, would not have been planning on having a daughter with Nicholas Godejohn and telling him that when she turned 13, aka the daughter turns 13, that she would allow Nicholas Godejohn to take their daughter's virginity. She would also not use real 4D images of Aurora when she was still in utero, to then make an AI-generated image of what Aurora could possibly look like between the ages of 8 and 10. Clearly giving the little girl breasts in the AI photo. To top it all off and make it worse, season 2 of Life After Lockup.
Nope.
Me neither.
I mean, like, where we were 7 years ago in our lives, I don't think that we would have lasted the full 7 years of my sentence until I got out. Just because you lived in the real world, you had a lot going on in your real life. Time stopped for me. Like, I was pretty much watching everybody else's life continue on, and mine stay the same.
That is what happens when you are incarcerated for committing homicide. And no, time doesn't stop just because you're a prisoner and you are sentenced to be physically inside of a prison. Being physically incarcerated or capital punishment is the consequence. for having committed the crime that you did, Gypsy. It begs the question, if you are incarcerated, why are you talking to strangers? Why are you dating or getting engaged to strangers? Why are you marrying strangers? If your life has stopped and theirs continues, why are you doing that then? You're very fortunate and lucky that you are even out today.
While of course there are things that I'm sure both of us wish we could change, I'm happy where we are now.
Okay, Ken Urker is a prick. I don't like the way that he is speaking to Gypsy. She's talking about her perception, about her being incarcerated, how it felt like time stopped for her and she was watching everybody else live their lives, etc., etc. And he deflects away from that and turns the conversation to be all about him, about how, well, I'm happy that we are where we're at today. That's not what she was talking about. That's totally not, she was not talking about you, Ken. She was not talking about what you feel, what you think, what you're happy with. She was talking about how she felt at that time. So he completely ignores what she's saying and skates right over it and turns it around and makes it all about him and about something else.
Got right here. Braised octopus with risotto.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, Gypsy, you have got to stop with the baby sounds and the baby voice. That is very annoying and you're not fooling anybody. But I don't like the fact that he doesn't even offer her anything. He just orders all this food for himself and he's trying to force her to try new things that she's very not receptive to trying. It doesn't look like she wants to try it.
So I'm going to cut you a piece.
Your first thought shouldn't have been, let's force her to try new things because she never has. It should have been, what does she like to eat and what can she get? And having her have the option and choice, not like being like what you say her mom was like, giving her the choice and option of actually choosing to eat what she likes and making the decision to order such. Pregnant women are not like, yeah, you know what I'm craving right now? I'm totally craving octopus tentacles from the deepest depths of the salty ocean. And you know what? Crab and watermelon too.
Okay, sorry.
Calm down. Not that scary.
Don't think about it, just eat it.
What's wrong with that?
It's really good.
Come on, Ken, you've been in her life for over a year. You should know her better by now. If her body language didn't tell you, her facial expressions didn't fail to.
No? Just swallow it. Just swallow it. Don't be ridiculous.
She's built an entire life and persona on being childlike, babyish, and being ridiculous. But it's not for you to point it out, Ken. Stop being such a judgmental prick to her. Remember, you said she suffered the worst ABUSE that anyone ever has. You should be the one showing her the most compassion and care. And at the very least, feeding her something that she likes and is edible.
Okay, down. Oh God, don't be.
Really, is that bad? I think it's amazing.
Good for you, Ken. Nobody cares what you think is amazing and what tastes good and doesn't taste good. You're not a celebrity. You're just the guy that is FUCKing a convicted murderer.
So happy for you.
Those suction cups, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Delicioso.
Very good.
Anybody else notice how Ken walks like Gru from Despicable Me? You're despicable, Ken.
She doesn't love it. It's her first time trying.
I'm good. I'm good.
What's that to you about octopus?
Oh, I have a fear of octopuses, so he's just like, eat it.
Well, she tried.
I did. Teach his own.
There she goes, deflecting and making excuses and putting all the blame onto herself, which is funny because she did not do that with Ryan at all. But because she has a lustful obsession with Ken, she allows him to get away with being a dick and controlling of her.
Beautiful.
Unlike you, Ken. Unlike you.
Thank you. All right, so that's not what I expected, but it's gorgeous. You want some?
Mm-mm.
You want to try a little bit?
Nope.
Yes, you will. Don't try a little bit.
Is that tomato?
I won't put any tomato in there.
All right.
You can tell he's annoyed and it's not what he expected. Nobody gives an F about what you expected, because what you expected was you would get some kind of positive fame and notoriety from FUC Kane, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, but you're not. And you are clearly taking it out on her instead of yourself.
Watermelon?
Too much. Thanks. What is it?
It's tomato, crab, and watermelon salad.
Oh.
She clearly doesn't like seafood, and that's okay. Not everybody from Louisiana is going to like seafood. That's fine. Leave her be. Get her something that she does like and will eat.
I don't think you're gonna like it.
I probably won't. It's turning into that dinner that we had at at the Peter.
Not even a bite? You are so disappointing.
I can't.
Shut up and listen to her, Ken. She's literally giving you all of the signs and you're not listening.
What do you like? She's lying. She didn't even try it because she's afraid. I liked it. She's just afraid to try it. You want me to bring you out of here?
I'm fine. Thank
She's okay.
you. I'm pregnant. I'm picky because I'm pregnant.
She's clearly not fine because she looks like she's going to break down and cry. You know what? She didn't even look like that when she was with her own mother. She always looked happy and smiling when she was with her mother. She looks so sad with Ken. I mean, that was her choice, so I'm not going to feel bad for that. But yeah, it is what it is.
You can pick for any reason you want.
Thanks.
Yes, you can. Thank you. I just wanted to shame her a little bit, that's all.
Apparently.
Say it, Gypsy. Say what you think. Say what you feel. Tell him straight out. Tell him just how it is. Because if you don't do that, it's going to be just like Ryan. He's not going to understand your little hints, your little insinuations, and he's not going to pick up on your body language and your facial expressions.
Where's the bathroom?
All the way down to the right.
Gypsy ends up using the restroom where clearly you see that she's sniffling and crying because that whole entire scene did not play out like a fairy tale like she wanted it to for her TV show. The next clip comes from Haiti Joyless, and the reason why is because she found this very rare small creator who did an interview with Gypsy Rose, and she does commentary, and I have permission to share it, but I just want to let everybody know that you can go follow her over on YouTube, and this is her TikTok. So if you don't already, go subscribe to her, like her content, share it, and definitely enjoy it because I do. She's really funny, really, really funny. And thank you again for letting me share your commentary video of this interview.
Hi, Gypsy.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you feeling now that you've had some time to adjust to life outside of prison?
I feel good. I still think that there is still a lot to adjust to, but I'm managing very well now.
Yes, and now you have a documentary coming out. You're succeeding in life. What has been the most surprising or unexpected part of your transition back into the real world?
I think honestly navigating a social life. I'm still trying to navigate social media as well as friendships. Coming out of prison, I did not expect the massive kind of like overwhelming, I'm everywhere, I'm here, I'm there, I'm on social media.
Wait, what? But you were on social media before you left prison because Ryan was doing it for you, and before that, Rachel Garlick was doing it for you, and you knew that you were going to be on a TV show because you already started filming it while you were in prison, so you obviously knew you were going to be around. What are you even saying? Another lie from Gypsy Rose.
Everybody was talking about me last year. So, creating genuine friendships is difficult because you never really know who just thinks you're famous or infamous and who really actually genuinely likes you as a person.
Well, I can count who genuinely likes you as a person on both hands, so yeah.
So that has been the hardest thing to transition.
Yes. And your personal life has been under intense public scrutiny, you know. How have you and can navigate um restarting your relationship amidst, the pressure?
Um, we honestly didn't have a plan.
No shit. You got pregnant while you were married to someone else. You clearly did not have a plan. Like, hello?
It was really one of those things that we're winging it. So whenever it comes to the scrutiny, we just hold true to each other. We lean on each other for support. A lot of times one has to be the strong one, and then the other has a moment of rest and weakness to just kind of let all of that sink in. And so it's kind of like a seesaw. We go back and forth with it. And so I'll be strong at one point, he'll be strong at another point. And that's how we just kind of get through it.
Also, Ken drinks to deal with you. So, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. How do you define freedom now? Compared to what you once imagined it would be like. Because you know how you said you didn't think you would get so much love, people would understand you. How do you define freedom now?
I think freedom now is being able to make choices for myself. Freedom is also saying, okay, I am in the present, I'm not in the past, and I have the freedom to reinvent myself 20 times over as long as it's going in a positive direction.
Nope. Hard no. It's really weird that she thinks that she can. Gypsy, you will always be known as the girl who offed her mother and took her off this planet. Like, you're really no better than Casey Anthony. I don't know why you think you could change. Everyone still hates Casey Anthony, right? It's the same with you.
Oh, that is so beautiful. That is just so beautiful. I really love how you define freedom. And you have such a positive spirit.
Uh-huh.
Like, wow. So another question I have for you and Ken, um, you have been through so much already, What makes your relationship with Ken different now from when you were first engaged,
Well, when we first met and we were engaged, we were very young. He was 24, I was 25. Now we're in our early 30s. And so we've matured a lot. And I think it was the wrong time, wrong place back then.
Wait, so you mean prison wasn't the right place to get engaged? Shut up. That's crazy. And it just keeps happening to be pure luck that I keep pausing on right when she sticks her tongue out, not doing it on purpose, I swear. But I will zoom in on it.
Now it's the right time, right place. And so the love is still there. The love was always there. It was just about timing. That made a huge difference.
That is so true. And one thing I love about this documentary that's coming out, there's like a second hope to it. There's a second chance. So
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you, what did you learn from your previous marriage, and how has that shaped your perspective on love and relationship?
I think that my marriage with Ryan taught me a lot about myself.
You mean that you're a cheating hoe? Oh no, wait, sorry, your words. A loose woman?
And showed me that I had a lot to learn about relationships and marriage. There was something that Ryan had said in season one. And I think it was maybe episode one. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was episode one where he said, life is not a fairy tale. It will, it's going to have its challenges. And I didn't understand that at the time. I didn't have the experience under my belt to really kind of sink that in.
Maybe you should have listened to your family when they told you that you weren't ready to get married.
So after going through everything I did with Ryan, I apply that to my relationship with Ken.
I'm sure that Ryan's going to love hearing that he helped your relationship with Ken.
And I keep grounded in knowing that we will have bad days. We will have moments where we feel overwhelmed, but to not give up. Like, don't just judge the whole relationship on that one day or that 1 hour or that one argument. Really push through because there will be better times. And that's sticking it out for the long haul.
Is she serious? I mean, one, Ken already left her once. I'm not saying he's going to again, but who knows? And two, that's what she learned, that you stay. You didn't stay with Ryan. So what the hell is she even saying? I can't.
And we have a child together. So that definitely gives us the motivation, that extra oomph to keep pushing forward in a positive way.
In layman's terms, she means she trapped him so he can't leave.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And you're going to be a mother, and privacy is going to be so much more important in this chapter in your life.
Does he not know that she's already a mother? Because he said going to be. And also, it's like kind of ironic that they're talking about privacy since one, her new season of her show airs tonight, and two, she's doing an interview right now. How is that being private? What?
How do you set boundaries between, your personal life and the public's fascination with your story?
Fascination? That's a weird way to describe it.
I think just trying to be a good mom and make those decisions based on, hey, I don't want to make my decisions based on what I want. I want to make my decisions on how they will protect my child, keep her safe, keep her away from the scrutiny, and just make sure that she is okay first and foremost as a priority, and then everything else can come secondary. So navigating parenthood in the public eye is always going to be difficult. But as long as I know and my family knows and Ken knows that we are doing right by our daughter, then it doesn't matter. All that is just kind of excess noise, what everybody thinks.
Then why do you feel the need to always respond to people? Seriously, just don't respond then if you don't care, because actions speak louder than words, Gypsy.
Even non-famous people get scrutiny as parents, so it's just on a heightened level.
And motherhood really brings a different perspective in everyone's lives. And you're already such a positive person, after all you've been through, you come out on the other side. How has become a mother changed you?
It changed me in the way that I think that I'm braver and I'm stronger than I gave myself credit for.
The way she just said braver and answered gave me serious flashbacks to like the interview that she did with her mom when she got the house. Anyone else or just me?
I am very, very strong, and I never thought that I was strong for surviving the abuse.
Is she fucking serious? Get a new fucking lie, Gypsy. She's dedicated to it, at least I could say that. She is dedicated to this lie.
But it wasn't until I became a mom and I realized that there were things that I was going to have to do to prioritize her that led me to feel like, can I really do this? And then now I'm doing it.
More flashbacks. Oh my God.
And I'm proud of myself for it. I'm braver than I thought. So,
Oh, that is so beautiful. I really love that because when people have been through so much, sometimes they're afraid that they're going to pass that on. And then how you become so positive. And you just said you changed your perspective. You want you to be more protective of your child.
mhm.
What do you want people to take away from life after lockup?
I want them to take away that, everyone is growing in their life. No one is completely finished evolving who their character is. And I'm relatable in that way. That's what I was doing the whole season is building my character, learning about myself, discovering what I'm all about.
So you mean that you're all about cheating, committing adultery, and getting knocked up by someone else when you're married to someone? Very interesting, Gypsy. It's very on brand for you. I'll give you that.
And I feel like that's relatable for other people too, that just because you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, that never changes. So go, I had the courage to kind of go for it, and that's what I'm hoping they kind of take from it too.
The last question I want to ask is, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I see myself as a wife, maybe. Um, I see hopefully a career for myself doing something that brings me joy. So hopefully success, and maybe possibly another child.
Yes,
Maybe.
maybe. Well, good luck. And I'm pretty sure you will get everything you want because you have such good energy and good vibes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So that was interesting. I definitely liked that it was short and sweet. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this guy knows that he was lied to the entire time? Do you think he knows the true story of what actually happened? I don't think he does. But he was very, very nice. I'll give him that. He was very kind. And Gypsit's still a liar. So let me know what you guys thought of this interview in the comments down below, and like and subscribe. I love you all. Bye.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, turn on notifications, and share.